Hello, in this video I'm going to go over some final touches on our rig where we can add colors to our controls to make it more visually pleasing and a little bit easier to see. And we can also limit information or limit rotations based off where we know that we don't want rigging to push the animation so far that it breaks the model. So for instance, when you look at this control here, if I rotate this, let me turn off the screen, we know we don't want it to go into this piece here. So what we can do is select it, then go to the transform attribute editor section here, then go over to limit information, then go to rotation, and we want to rotate it to right before the area where it starts to break, or like go into each other a little bit, something like that. And you'll see that there is a max and a min. The max is, this is probably where it's positive. We probably want that to be the max. So we click on here and that will be the max. So now I can't, when I try to rotate, it actually stops. I can do the same thing for this side. So if I rotate this side, rotate all the way till it starts to go into this piece right before it. Like this, I am going to click on rotate. I picked the wrong thing, sorry. Keep on going. And then click on here, and that will put that number in here, and then click on it. Check mark yes. And there we go. So now I know that the animator can't break it in that way. Like this. Another thing that we can do is we know that we don't want rigging to rotate it this way. So we can, this is one of those situations where you need to be very careful. So I'm gonna save, increment save. And because it's kind of hard to fix afterwards, is see how we only do rotate on X. We can select these other parameters in here. And I'll leave visibility, sometimes that's useful to keep on. I'm going to right click and go lock and hide selected. So that will lock it and kind of make it disappear. It's hard to make it come back, so that's why I say be very careful with this. So lock and hide selected, and now when I select this, that's all I can do, and that feels good. So same thing with this, just go through this model and find where it's starting to break. So that would be a translate, not a rotate. And that would be Z. So that's the minimum. And then that would check mark that. And then let's see how far until it breaks. Probably around here because I don't have any model after that. And I'm going to put that in the max like that. And I'm going to go in here. So Z, translate Z, is the only thing I really want this thing to be used for. So now that's as far as it goes, like that. So go through each one of these and find the min and max, and then lock and hide the channels that are not needed. So the other thing I wanted to show you is the color. So let's select this one and go to your attribute editor. I'm going to minus these. If you go to display here, then go down to drawing overrides, enable overrides. Then under index, I change this to usually RGB, then click on this. And then I usually pick a color that, like usually for models, you'll have a right side and a left side. And picking a color per side can help with visually understanding when you're animating. So I'll probably have maybe red for right and green for left and yellow for the middle. So let's try that. So the middle, which will be the root, I'll have that be yellow. So that will look like that. And then red, I'll just need to go through that red. So it looks like, see how that changed when I grabbed the top chain? So this will inherit the color if it's underneath it. So I'll select that one, and that should get this one. So that can speed up some of your process. But I'm not sure if that worked that time. Ooh, it's because I have a mistake on this leg. So that can help fix some issues. So now that fixed that. So if it doesn't inherit, it's probably because your hierarchy is wrong. So now left, I was going to have be green. Did I do that right? Looks like I did the wrong one. Okay. So now I have red and green, so, and then yellows for all these middle ones. And then I'll probably do a green for this one. Blue, or red, that side. And then if you want, you can do different colors. I don't know. Sometimes maybe an extend, I'll add blue for extend, let's see. But if I do that, that means that I'll inherit all these other colors, so maybe this is fine. So, yeah. So go through each one of these, make sure you limit the information for all these, especially for stuff like this where it's obviously, I never want this to break off. So go over here and limit the translate. That would be this, the max, and then the min. Oops, not, it wouldn't be the min. Would be this one, and then this one would be like that. So now this piece will go past there and then go through lock and hide. Make sure you bring that back to default like that. And you'll make sure you'll do that for pretty much all the pieces. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next video.